The Golden Gemz podcast? What's that? It's a podcast where you get your motivation. It's a podcast where you get consistent gems. It's a podcast where you get your inspiration and you sit back and just learn just a little bit. It's a podcast that even your mama love. It's the best podcast simply around. The Golden Gemz podcast, baby. And yes, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming back. Sit back, relax, and get these gems. Yo. Welcome back. Give yourself a round of applause for tuning back in, of course, to the Golden Gemz podcast, man. Hey, I hope y'all ready for some gems today. Today, I got a very, very quick episode, but I also got a quick gems episode for you, man. And at the end of the day, man, today we are talking about sacrifice. We're talking about embracing the journey, and we are talking about, embracing the path that's laid out for you. So what do I mean about sacrifice, man? Sacrifice in life. Sometimes you got to sacrifice, for the things that you want. And at the end of the day, a lot of things that you want in this life, it's not going to happen, or you're not going to get it overnight. Trust me, it's a decent amount of people who's gotten lucky, and that's been, overnight success stories. But at the end of the day, how long have those success stories lasted for the people who blew up overnight, or the people who just got to where they got to just like that without putting in any work, just recording one hit song, or just, getting lucky or getting that one job that got them right for like a couple years, but then they ended up losing it. So quick success is not gonna be, it's gonna be great, when you first get it, but it's not gonna be the end all be all. You feel me? It's not gonna be sustainable. That's what I was looking for. Quick success is not gonna be sustainable, period. So in life, if you really want to have longevity in anything that you do, you have to be willing to sacrifice. You have to be willing to sometimes sacrifice sleep. You have to be willing to sometimes sacrifice hanging out with your family, or hanging out, with your friends on the weekends, or drinking or smoking, or, whatever you do. Sometimes you have to sacrifice and stop doing those things so that way you can concentrate on your career, concentrate on your hobby, concentrate on the things that's going to make you happy and make you successful in the long term. A lot of people these days, they want quick success. They want things to happen to them, either overnight or probably within a couple months or so. No, it's not going to happen that way. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the time for the things that you want. And that goes with sacrificing. You have to sacrifice for the things that you want, or you ain't going to get far in this life. If you're not sacrificing for the things that you want, if you're not putting in the effort towards the things that you want, you're not going to get there. I'm sorry. You're not going to be the one in a million that has success overnight. It's likely not going to happen to you. Now, don't get me wrong. It's possible. It's definitely possible, because look, it's people out here that's had it, or that's had it happen to them. But at the same time, where are those people at now? Exactly. So, with sacrifice, it comes, with a lot of responsibility that stems from having self-discipline in a lot of different ways. In order to sacrifice for something, you have to be disciplined enough to sacrifice for it and to go out and get it. So where does discipline come from? Discipline comes from you saying, nah, I got to go get this work done. I'm sorry I can't go out this weekend. I'm sorry I can't come to that family function today. I just got too much on my plate. I just got too much to do. Now, don't get me wrong. Still, spend time with your family. Still hang out, spend time with your friends. But make sure you're sacrificing, you're putting in the overtime that it takes in order for you to get your dream, in order for you to get your goal. Because at the end of the day, things aren't going to come easy for you. Things aren't going to happen overnight for you unless you're putting in the work, unless you're sacrificing, unless you're really, putting all your effort into the thing that you really want. And, that goes with finding your purpose and finding your journey. We discussed purpose a few episodes ago. And with finding your purpose, you have to embrace your journey. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody has a path that's different for them. And in order for you to figure out your path that's meant for you, you have to sacrifice and make certain decisions within your life to align yourself with your purpose, with your path, and with that certain journey that's meant for you. At the end of the day, We have to stop comparing. We have to stop looking at the next person's life, looking at her life, his life, or looking at the highlights of people's lives that they put online. Stop doing it. Stop hurting yourself. Stop looking at things that's not going to help you in the long term. At the end of the day, you have to work. You have to sacrifice yourself in order to get where that person is. You feel me? At the end of the day, it's either you're going to watch the person you admire, the person you want to be at the top and only them be at the top, or you're going to grind your ass off to meet that person at the top. It's simple as that. You have to grind, you have to sacrifice, you have to put in the time, put in the work to get to where you want to get to. And of course, you know, your boy, I didn't say this earlier, but your boy, hey, no shirt, no, just, hey, we buttoned up today. No tat, no nothing. We came, you know, I conquered. I'm conquering this podcast. I'm putting in overtime and I'm sacrificing for this podcast to be and go into the direction that I want it to go. I'm putting in overtime. I'm studying other podcasts. I'm listening to other podcasts. I'm listening to other people's and listening to people that's in the same lane as me because I want the tips. I want the advice. I want to learn how they got to where they got to, and then I want to apply some of those things in my own life. You know, at the end of the day, my journey's different. Your journey's different. So I'm not going to spend my time looking at another person's journey every day, all the day, and just being envious of being, you know, having a little haterade in my system. Nah, I don't got no haterade in my system at all. I don't drink haterade. Some of y'all do though. You look and you admire and you like, but in the back of your head, like, damn, how the fuck you get that? Why you get that? Don't worry about how you get it. You got to get it now. Don't worry about how somebody else got to where they got to. If they putting you on, if they giving you gems, if they really telling you how they got the success they got to, then yeah, listen. Yeah, take that advice. But if they just showing the highlights of their life, if they ain't really showing you positive things, if they ain't really showing you how to get it, how they got it, then what's the point of admiring? What's the point of looking at them? What's the point of that thing of watching that person make you upset because you not where they at? You didn't sacrifice how they sacrificed. You understand where I'm coming from? At the end of the day, embrace your journey, embrace where you're at in life, figure out a way to excel in your position in life so that way you can meet that person that you admire, that person that you're always watching, you can meet them at the top one day. That is the goal. The goal is to meet whoever you watch, whoever you listen to, whoever you know you admire. The goal is to be side to side with them one day. To be like, hell yeah, I grinded too. I worked my ass off too. I had self-discipline too. I sacrificed too for it. But if you're not sacrificing, if you're not willing to put in the work to get to where they're at, then what are you? You're just wasting each other's time. You're just wasting not each other's time. You're wasting your time. Excuse me. You're wasting your time because you hating or you being envious of where they're at. Like, what is the point of watching somebody? Yes, it's okay to, you know, watch them and be like, hell yeah, that's what I want. That's what I'm gonna grind for. That's what I'm gonna strive for. That's a whole different thing. And watching them be like, damn, man, how you get that girl? How the fuck? What you got? How you get that car? How you then you gossiping about it. Then you talking about it with your homie. Man, how the fuck, man? He lame as hell. He ain't no. Come on, man. You gotta sacrifice and you gotta put in the work yourself to meet that person who you admire, that person who's striving for greatness. You gotta put in the work too and strive for greatness yourself. And at the end of the day, like we gotta work, man. We have to put in the work. And when I say we, I mean all of us, because I'm in it too. I'm in the same boat too. I'm striving. I'm working my ass off to get this podcast off the ground. I'm working my ass off to get sponsored by Under Armour. I said Under Armour. Fuck Under Armour. I still appreciate Under Armour. But to get sponsored by Body Armor. Hey, it is what it is. I want Body Armor. That's what I'm working at. That's who I'm working to get. I want to go ahead. Pop. You feel me? Hey, Body Armor. Come get a drink. Whatever the fuck, you know? That's my goal. That's what I'm working towards. You understand? And with that, it's like, man, you got to sacrifice in order to get to where you want to get to. You have to sacrifice in order to be at the position that these other people are in. So that way you can eat too. It's enough money and it's enough room out here for all of us to eat, for all of us to be great. But you have to take it upon yourself to be great. You have to take it upon yourself to go get it. You have to take it upon yourself to not only sacrifice, but put in the work too. Sacrifice them going out and them late nights and them partying days. Sacrifice all that. Go get it now in your 20s. Go get it in your 30s. Go get it in your 40s. You feel me? Go get it now so that way you can live how you want to live later on. You have to sacrifice. You have to be willing to put in the work in order to get to where you want to get to. It's time, man. It's time. Ain't no more sitting around. Ain't no more waiting. Get up, go be great, and continue to work your ass off for whatever you want in this life. I'm not watching Billy. I'm not watching Nick. I'm not watching Drizzy. Yeah, I'm listening to it. Yeah, I peep game. But guess what? All right, I'm working my ass off. All right, I'm writing. All right, I'm reading books. All right, I'm sacrificing the late nights and going out and partying with my homies, going out and partying with my friends because guess what? I want to be up there partying with them. I want to be up there with them. I want to be kicking it with them. I want them to come on my podcast and kick it with me. You feel me? So guess what? We going to work our ass off to get there. We're going to put in the overtime. We're going to put in the late nights. We're going to put in the time that it's going to take. Because, yeah, if you tune into one of my first interviews that I had on the Go to Gemz podcast, she said, Janae said, I said I want to give her credit for this. Janae said, you have to, she was reading a book that said that you have to put in 10,000 hours in order to be a master at something. And I've heard this too. I heard it in different ways. I heard it, not only in a book, but I heard it coming from certain people. But put in that 10,000 hours. Put in that overtime. Put in that time to perfect your craft. Put in that time to get to where you want to get to. Put in that time to work your ass off and to sacrifice for everything that you want. Embrace your journey. Embrace where you at in life, but know that's not your ending position. Know that's not where you're going to always be. Know that it's a light at the end of the tunnel. So don't be going down the tunnel just waiting for the motherfucking train lights to come back at you and run your ass over. No, get ready to hop off that goddamn train line and then keep pushing forward and go towards that other light. And that's meant for saying, if you feel like you're not going on the right path, then hop off and go figure out the path that you're supposed to be on. Go figure out the path that's meant for you. Go figure out the path that's going to lead you to go forward. I got faith in you, man. I know y'all got faith in me. So let's continue to be great together. Let's continue to work for everything that we want. And let's continue, man, to strive for greatness and strive to be better. Because at the end of the day, we all can be better. We all can go get it. We all can sacrifice for what we want. Embrace your journey. Be your journey. Conquer your journey. Hey, go eat. Grab your bowl. Grab your spoon. And eat. Eat with the big dogs. Go meet the big dogs at the table. Go meet everybody you watch and go meet them. Sacrifice in order to put yourself in a position to be as successful as they are. Comes with sacrifice, man. Comes with embracing your journey. So embrace your journey. Continue to go forward. And yeah, it was supposed to be quick, Gemz, but hey, we got a little long-winded. Y'all know how it go. But guess what? You tune into the Golden Gemz podcast, baby. And guess what? Another quick Gemz episode. And hey, be great. Find your purpose. Find the light at the end of the tunnel. And continue to work your ass off. And sacrifice. And we out. Deuces. Be great.